Hi, in this video we'll provide you with an overview of the key functionality of Instant Recall with a focus on how you record and recall personal information about your contacts. So when you launch Instant Recall, you're taken to the main contact screen. The key thing to remember about Instant Recall is that it's designed to complement your phone's contact manager, not replace it. You still use your phone's contact manager to store phone numbers and email addresses. Think of Instant Recall as a personal information manager that layers on top of your contact manager. So when you launch Instant Recall, you'll see that it has replicated all the contacts in your contact manager. And your contacts have been sorted in 4 different ways: all, recent, starred, and groups. So the groups are created using your phone's contact manager or Google Contacts functionality. These groups are then replicated in Instant Recall. So if we click on one of these groups, we'll see all the contacts that are part of this group. Okay, now let's click on a specific contact and show you how to manage the personal information associated with that contact. So here we're going to click on Jayesh. So personal information about your contact is shown in 2 key ways: the profile page, which is displayed right now, and also the notes page. The purpose of the profile page is to show key summary details about your contact. So examples are hometown, interests, causes, and relationships. So let's now show you how to edit the profile information about a contact. So to do that, we'll go to another contact, and specifically here to Andrea. So to edit the profile details, we just click on the pencil icon here down on the lower right. Okay. So let's say we want to add some details now. We now click the plus sign, and up pops a list of fields we can use to add specific details about Andrea. So let's say we want to add some of her relationships, like family relationships. Click on relationships, and you see now it opens the profile editor. So the content, right, would be the name of the person we're adding. So that might be her, say we're going to add her husband here, Sanjay. And the label is spouse, right? Now if we want to add some more family relationships, we click on the plus sign here, right? Scroll up a little bit. So we might want to say add her son, Amit, and with the label again being son. If we wanted to add some further profile details, we can again click on the plus sign here, and maybe we want to add to her some of her some details such as interests. Okay, now note that in the profile, on the profile screen, we're not typing in sentences about people, just individual words or points, or sort of like a high-level summary of that person. You'll see later on when we're recalling information why we do it this way. So let's say here we just want to add reading and traveling as 2 of our interests. Okay. So once we're done, we can just click on the check mark up the top, right? And now you see the profile details have been added to Andrea. All right, now let's say we want to add some notes about Andrea. And here's where you can write the sentences and the paragraphs about the person that you want to store some personal, or remember some personal information. So to do that, we just either swipe over or click on the Notes tab up top, and we can now add a note to Andrea. To do so, we just click on the plus note sign at the bottom right, and we can now add a note. By the way, we can either add a note by typing, or we can just click on the microphone here and dictate a note. Enjoys playing tennis. Okay, so now I've just added a note using my voice about Andrea. All right, now so it's very easy now to tag the note. We can tag the note with different categories to make it easy to recall specific notes in the future. To do that, we just click on this tag in the bottom center of the screen, right? And it pops up our list of tags. We can either create a custom tag up here, or we could just say, since this was sort of a sports, we could tag that as sports and maybe about interests. And then we just click on the done, and now we've added a tag to that note. So when you click on the plus, or the check mark up here, you'll see now the note has been added and tagged. Okay, so let me give you an example now how this tagging can be very helpful. So let's go back to the JS contact and swipe over to the notes. Now imagine you know JS for a number of years and you might have 20, 30, 40, 50 notes or more. So you can use our tag filter to select specific notes. So here I'm going to click on the tag filter, and let's say we just want to find all the notes that are sports related. So I just have to click on the filter here. It pulls up the note filter, and I just select sports. All right, press the filter button, and now you'll see it's filtered all the notes that were tagged with the word sports. So again, very handy when you've got a whole bunch of notes on a person, and also handy when later on we show you how our voice mode works. I'll now show you some other general functionality of Instant Recall. So first thing to note is that we have help available on just about every page. Right, so I can click the help, and specific help is listed. And we'll now navigate back to the profile page for JS. And here I wanted to show you that by clicking on the photo of JS, you can directly access your phone's contact manager. Right? So here you see JS's phone number and email is accessible. So again, that's done by clicking on the photo of JS. So sort of a shortcut to get back to your phone's contact manager. Okay. Now to navigate back to the All Contacts page, you can either scroll down like that to get back to all your contacts, or just press the left arrow key located here on the top left of the screen. If you want to quickly locate a contact within Instant Recall, you can use the search feature up here. So if we want to search for a contact, just type in the name, and now you see the contact appears, Annika. Right, so that's a quick way to locate a contact if you've got lots of contacts in Instant Recall. I should also note that, let's go back to the All Contacts screen. Okay, you can add a contact to Instant Recall directly using this plus people sign down here. I should say we generally recommend adding your contacts first to your contact manager, and then they'll again be replicated within Instant Recall. But if you wish, we have sort of a shortcut here, where again you can click on the plus people sign, and your phone's contact manager appears where you can type in then the name of the contact. It will then be replicated within Instant Recall. So there's just one other little a power tip I'd like to show you. If you're on the contact screen and you want to directly add a note to a person, all right, all you need to do is do what we call a long press on that contact. So just press here. What I'm going to do is press here on Bupin and hold it for a moment, all right, and release. And then you'll see it pulls up the note. So we could quickly add a note to Bupin. Okay, and then the note is added to Bupin. So again, that's just sort of a nice shortcut to add a note if you're on the all contact screen. Okay, what I'd like to show you now is just how you access the menu pull-out bar from Instant Recall. That's located on the upper left. So to access it, the menu bar, which some people call it the slide-out menu, you can either just slide left on this or swipe left on the screen and it will pull out the menu bar, right? Or conversely, you can click on the menu bar here, this 3 horizontal bars on the upper left, and that will pull out the menu bar for you. Right from here, you can adjust Instant Recall settings, contact if you have a support issue. Highly recommend you use the backup restore feature here. That's the way to back up your data on a regular basis to Google Drive. Right. This is also how you access our voice mode, which I'll show you next. So to access voice mode, you simply need to click on voice mode at the top of the slide out menu. Voice mode is very powerful and a great way to use Instant Recall. And imagine you're in the car on the way to see a client or friends and you want to recall some important information about that person. Well, it's as simple as just clicking on the microphone and speaking a command. Here are a couple examples. Jayesh Shah, relationships.
Relationships are spouse is Annika, son is Amit, and son is Bupin.
Now let's recall all the notes we've written about Jayesh. Jayesh Shah notes.
Wednesday, April 29, is a fitness fanatic, very interested in any nutritional supplements and health foods that will help his athletic performance. Wednesday, April 29, played for 3 years with Indian cricket team, including the 2003 Cricket World Cup. Wednesday, April 29, 2 sons, both attending university, studying engineering and medicine.
And we can also recall specific notes about Jayesh. This is where the tagging feature is really powerful and very helpful. Jayesh Shah notes tagged sports.
Wednesday, April 29, played for 3 years with Indian cricket team, including the 2003 Cricket World Cup.
Now imagine you just finished meeting with Jayesh and want to easily and quickly add a note to Instant Recall. Add a note to Jayesh Shah.
Speak your note.
Enjoys playing chess.
Note added.
That completes our tutorial of Instant Recall. I hope it's been helpful to you. If you'd like to learn more tips and techniques on how to use Instant Recall, please visit our blog at www.instantrecall.io. Thanks very much.